Saya lagi di rumah nih guys. Jangan lupa like, comment, and subscribe.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name Aditya Herlambang. I am a student of Islamic State University Syarif Hidayatullah, Jakarta. I'm from Department English Education. Today, I want to review the book that I have read. The title is George Walker Bush. This book is a book of biography, and the page in this book is 230 page, and the author of this book is Clark Roundtree. I want to tell you a little bit information about the authors. He is a professor of communication arts, finished his BA in political science at the University of Alabama in Huntsville. He has also written two other books that discuss about politics. There are two books that he was written that tells about the 43rd President of the United States. George Walker Bush born on July 1946 in New Haven, Connecticut, and he is the eldest child of George Herbert Walker Bush and Barbara Pierce Bush. He is an American politician and businessman who served as the 43rd President of the United States. Okay, next, this book has 11 chapters, but I will not explain all the chapters. I will give important points. Before entering into the point, I want to explain a little introduction about this book. For most of his life, George Walker Bush was a person unlikely ever to hold the highest office in the United States. It's not that he didn't have the grooming for the job. He went to an exclusive preparatory school, earned a college degree from Yale, and completed a master's business administration from Harvard. It is also not the case that he lacked family connection. His father had been President of the United States, and his grandfather had been U.S. senators, and many of his relatives were wealthy and powerful people. In chapter 1 to 4 tells about his family, his childhood until he grown up and started his political career. The second chapter explained that George Bush grew up in Midland in Texas, and in 1959 the Bush family moved to Houston. George Walker is sent to Phillips Academy, the venerable prep school in Andover, which his father had attended. And the George Walker graduated from Phillips Academy. He works on his father's unsuccessful campaign for the U.S. Senate, and he returned to Connecticut to attend Yale University in New Haven. In 1968, George Walker graduated from Yale University with a BS degree in history, and he works on the Senate campaign of Edward Gurney in Florida, and he continued his education after his application to the University of Texas School of Law was rejected, and Buss entered Harvard Business School in the fall of 1973, and he graduated in 1975 with an MBA degree. He is the only U.S. president to have earned an MBA. And after that, he married Laura Welch and continue his political career. And then we start entering chapter 5 to 8. Then in January 2001, George Walker Bush was sworn in as the 43rd President of the United States, and not too long after he became president, a terror incident occurred, precisely on September 11. Maybe we all know as 9/11. A plane struck the north tower of the World Trade Center in New York City. In response to September 11 terrorist attacks, George Walker launched a war on terror that began with the war in Afghanistan in 2001. And George Walker stepped before the television camera. He announced to the nation, and he said, "Today we have had a national tragedy." And Bush then addressed the government of Afghanistan directly, demanding they turn over the terrorists. The United States and the United Kingdom conduct airstrike against Taliban and Al-Qaeda targets in Afghanistan. U.S. Special Force launched ground assault, unaware that the final hijack plan had crashed in Pennsylvania. White House officials were told that another aircraft was headed for Washington, D.C. Around a quarter after 10, Vice President Cheney informed defense officials that they permission to shoot down any commercial aircraft that pose a threat to the capital. George also warned the rest of the world, and said, every nation in every region now has a decision to make. Either you are with us or you are with the terrorists. From this day forward, any nation that continues to harbor or support terrorism will be regarded by the United States as a hostile regime. And George, on September 2001 address to a joint session of Congress had announced a war on terror, and which was a breathtakingly broad new foreign policy. It pledged to find, stop, and defeat not just Al-Qaeda, but every terrorist group of global of global reach. And on October 2002, President Bush signed the war resolution, and he proceeded to also launch the Iraq War in 2003. From the story in this book, I've got a new knowledge, a history of darkness experienced by the U.S. and the wise way of George Walker Bush to resolve this. I think this is an amazing book biography of George Walker Bush and very recommendation, especially for teenagers and parents who want to know about the beginning of the conflict that occurred between Western and Middle Eastern countries. And the best feature of this book is the use of easy to understand, and the books have a timeline, because with this feature, it allow us to know the moment of events and important dates. The advantage of this book is a very interesting story. There are features in several chapters, and last, there are not many pages. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you for watching this video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.